Today is Feb 7th. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz's plan for Gazans to seek refuge in countries like Spain, Ireland, and Norway is met with skepticism. On Polymarket, there's a high trading volume of around 6,600 units, showing around a 7% chance of acceptance by February 2025. Speculation surrounds the Bank of England's upcoming meeting as it debates another interest rate cut. On Polymarket, with a volume of around $1,900, odds suggest a 24% probability of a cut and a 76% likelihood of rates holding steady. Asteroid 2024 YR4's potential Earth impact sparks activity on Polymarket. The trading volume reflects a 16% chance of NASA estimating a 3% or greater impact probability by June 2025, with an 85% chance against it. Now let's dive into today's stories in detail. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz has urged countries like Spain, Ireland, and Norway to accept Gazan refugees. Katz frames it as a legal duty due to their criticism of Israel's actions in Gaza. The plan proposes voluntary departure for Palestinians from Gaza, with possible transport by land, sea, or air. This has sparked controversy, as some view it as ethnic cleansing. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has long been marked by refugee crises, rooted in the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. Past efforts like the Oslo Accords haven't solved the issue. Katz's current plan has drawn comparisons to Trump's resettlement ideas, suggesting countries criticize Israel should accept Gazans, though it's met with skepticism. Recently, Katz instructed the Israeli military to draft a plan for Gazans to leave the enclave, citing Hamas's use of human shields. Katz specifically named Spain, Ireland, and Norway, saying they have a legal obligation to accept Palestinian migrants. Donald Trump's initiative supports helping Gazans resettle in a demilitarized Gaza. However, Spain's Foreign Minister José Manuel Albares Bueno has already rejected the idea. A Polymarket prediction market opened to speculate if these countries will accept Gazan refugees by February 2025. Odds indicate skepticism, showing around 7% chance for yes and 93% for no. On X, users express mixed reactions. Some question the moral stance of Katz's statement, while others accuse it of promoting chaos. A few support it, but many label it as genocide. Traditional news outlets report varied analyses, noting Spain's rejection of the proposal. The implications are complex. Countries may reject Katz's demand, highlighting potential hypocrisy, or they might accept, setting a precedent for Gaza's future. Trump's support could influence resettlement depending on international cooperation. The situation remains fluid, with ongoing conflict and humanitarian concerns. Let's move on to the next story. The Bank of England is in the spotlight as speculation builds around its upcoming Monetary Policy Committee meeting on March 20th. There's high activity about whether the BOE will lower interest rates again. The central bank has already cut rates 3 times, setting the base rate at 4.5%, but inflation remains a concern at 2.5%, which is still above the BOE's 2% target. On Polymarket, people are placing bets on the likelihood of a rate cut. Odds suggest skepticism about a cut, with around 24% probability for yes and around 76% for no. This sentiment mirrors traditional news reports, suggesting the BOE might hold off due to inflation worries. Reuters even notes that most economists think the base rate will stay put at 4.5%. Meanwhile, social media, especially XCOM, shows mixed feelings. Some users hope for a rate cut to boost the slowing economy, while others stress caution. Traditional outlets like Bloomberg and The Guardian point to the BOE's careful stance. They highlight potential inflation risks, with some analysts predicting the BOE might hold rates steady. The BOE's decision carries big implications. If rates stay the same, it reflects caution and a focus on inflation. Yet, if they cut rates, it could signal a move to spur growth. Investors should keep a close eye on economic indicators and BOE's next moves. Let's move on to the next story. Asteroid 2024 YR4 is capturing significant attention on Polymarket. There's a lot of high activity about the chance of this space rock hitting Earth. Right now, folks are betting on whether NASA will estimate around a 3% or greater chance of impact by June 2025. Recent updates have NASA and the ESA raising the odds of a collision in 2032. These changes have sparked more interest and activity. Historically, initial high estimates have often dropped with more data, like the case of asteroid Apophis. Asteroid 2024 YR4 was first seen on December 27th. It's about 40 to 100 meters wide and is now a level 3 threat on the Torino scale, meaning it needs watching and public attention. NASA and ESA's estimates now hover between around 2% for a 2032 impact. Amateur astronomer Sam Dean suggests around a 6% chance, which is much higher than official numbers. If it hits, potential sites range from the Eastern Pacific to South Asia. The Polymarket opened on February 6th, right as NASA updated their estimates. Before, the risk seemed low, but now it's a level 3 threat. This has led to speculation and increased trading. The odds currently stand at around 16% for a higher impact estimate by June and around 85% against it. On social media, people are both alarmed and skeptical. Many note the rise from around 1% to around 2%, but remind others that these often decrease with new observations. Experts assure that the risk remains low, with a 99% chance of missing Earth. The implications are clear. We need to keep an eye on this asteroid. Ongoing monitoring is crucial. The market reflects public interest, and as more data comes out, predictions and responses might shift. And before ending, a word about our sponsor. As a startup founder, finding product market fit is your top priority. But landing bigger customers requires SOC 2 or ISO 27001 compliance, a time-consuming process that pulls you away from building and shipping. That's where Vanta comes in. By automating up to 90% of the work, Vanta gets you compliant fast, opening doors to next-level growth opportunities. Whether you're closing your first deal or gearing up for growth, Vanta makes compliance easy. Get a $1,000 off at vanta.com/notboring. That's vanta.com/notboring for $1,000 off. Each of the stories we covered today is ongoing and may change dramatically. For updates and detailed odds, head to polymarket.com. That's all the news that's fit to predict. This is me, Packy McCormick's voice, signing off. May the odds be ever in your favor.